Hi folks, Jeff Hetherington, the Profitability Coach. And today I want to talk to you about two things that are intertwined. Life purpose and why we do the things we do. Now, don't run away. This isn't going to be a woo-woo session by any means at all. But I'm part of a mastermind in the area where I live, and once a month, along with 4 or 5 other entrepreneurs, we meet and we talk about all sorts of things, life, the universe, etc., what's happening in our businesses. I love these guys and I respect them enormously. So last week, the idea came up about what's our life purpose. Now, all of us are around our late 50s into our 60s. So our idea of life purpose and our desire to find it is probably different from someone who's maybe watching this, who's in their mid-20s, who's got a young family. In fact, I'm a firm believer that our life purpose can often operate at 2 levels. There can be the level which talks to our immediate life stage, and there can be the deeper level, which is about what drives us to do what we do. So one of the questions we need to answer is, why do we do what we do? Now, I work with my clients and I talk to them about this idea of us all having 2 faces. We have our public face and we have a private face. Now, the private face contains the things that drive us, the things that keep us going, the things that make us think about what we're doing and why we're doing it. So if you would ask me what my private face is, I'd say, well, I do what I do because I'm good at it. I know I help people. I have fun doing it. And it enables me to generate an income that gives my family as good a lifestyle as I possibly can. And all that's perfectly true. But if you came to me and said, Jeff, why should we work with you? And I said, you should work with me because I want to give my family a good lifestyle, you probably wouldn't. So sometimes our private why, our private reason for what we're doing is not enough to necessarily attract or hold on to people that we need in order for our career or our business to happen. So in that case, we need a public why. Now, your public why has to be congruent with your values. There's no sense having private values where you think everyone's stupid and a public value of I want to help everyone and be a saint. It won't work. So our public why has to be something that other people will see, that they will buy into and believe, and that is wholly congruent with you and your values. So my public why, if you like, is the fact that I'm sick and tired of seeing small to medium-sized business owners go broke or get overstressed or lose their relationships purely and simply because there's a few things that they don't know how to put into effect in their business, which will make all the difference. Now, the insignia of my business is a jigsaw, and it's really about finding the missing pieces that turn your business into being something you're an employee in, or a career where you feel like an employee, into a business where you're actually the owner, or a career where you're actually affecting things positively. So if I came to you and said you should work with me because I want to make sure that you don't get overstressed, you don't destroy any relationships, and your business becomes successful, you're more likely to do that. And doing those things is congruent with my own values. So that means that my public face and my private face are actually in line together. So think about that. What's your private face? What's your private why? Why do you do what you do privately? But then what's the public why? What are you putting out there to the public about what you do? And maybe there is a break between the two. Maybe there's a dissonance, and maybe that's why your business in one respect is not as successful as it could be. Or maybe that might be why you're feeling unhappy doing what you're doing, because publicly you're out doing something that is not a match for what you want to be doing internally. In terms of the idea of life purpose, I'd like to believe I was put on earth, like all of us would, to achieve something greater. I'm yet to be convinced that that's the case. But I do know that I'm able to help people, and I have helped a lot of people. I think in the last decade or so of my business, I've helped over 180 businesses become more successful. So I'm pretty proud of that. But is that my life purpose? Don't know. But it's certainly me using my skills and living my values and trying to help other people. There's a quote, I don't know who said it. I think it's just that famous person, Anon. But he says, to be of service is the highest calling. And that is something that I truly believe. So if you like, maybe that's my life purpose, is to be of service and to help business people be successful. I don't know. But it's key that you at least think about these questions and try and figure it out. I think it's more beneficial if you're a business person, if you understand your public and your private whys and make sure they're congruent, because that way you'll have more fun, you'll be more understanding, and people will be more attracted to you. When there is a break between the two, when there's a dissonance, where your public why is actually essentially a lie, then that's when things don't go well for you. So think about that. What's your private why? What's your public why? And maybe think a little bit about life purpose. Why are you here? It might just be to pay bills and die early. Joking. None of us are here for that. We're all here for something greater. The thing is, often trying to find what that thing is might be a lifelong journey. And you know what? That's probably not a bad thing. I'm Jeff Hetherington, the Profitability Coach. As always, 3 things. Be well, take care, stay safe. I'll talk to you soon.